Zeta Connection on Zeta 4, 94.9. This is Glen Hill. Did you like that?
Well, I would be so embarrassed.
You didn't like it?
I would be so embarrassed to be playing that. Hi, Mr. Cleaver. Is Wally home? Can Wally come out and play?
I use a different TV theme every week.
Do you really?
And I haven't...
Is that why you invited me on this week, to embarrass me?
I haven't decided on which one, has that magic.
Which is the definitive one.
Right. So we try a different one every week.
Boy, it sure sounds good here on the FM, doesn't it?
Neil Rogers is our special guest this week on the Zeta Connection, and I...
Desperate.
I'm not desperate.
Desperate.
We're gonna talk about
Man has no
things.
show, and,
We're gonna talk about what's on your mind, what's going on this week. This is our
Nothing on my mind, baby.
This is the post-Pontiff Zeta Connection.
You know what was on my mind? This show would be over already.
And I let you pick out the CDs that we're going to play. These are your favorites.
Don't you feel a little intimidated? Over here on the FM, you certainly can't talk about any of the things we discuss on the AM.
Sure we can.
No, we can't.
Sure.
No, we can't.
What do you want to talk about? You can talk about anything you want to. This show is on at such odd hours.
Jeff Stryker.
We can't talk about
No, of course
that.
not. Didn't I tell you?
Let's play
I
some
just
music.
used that. No, wait a minute. Just use that as an example. Was I right?
Well, you can go ahead. Talk about Jeff Stryker.
No, not on the FM. I don't want to get Peter upset. We don't want to destroy the image of Zeta.
I don't think Peter Bolger has ever heard this show, the program director.
See, Zeta used to be counterculture. Now it's just like Antichrist or something. I don't know what it is.
Here's the first compact disc you picked out.
Ooh, can I do the talk-up?
Just end with Zeta Connection, end with Zeta 4, 94.9, and I'll hit the record, okay? I'll hit the CD. You do the talk.
Why, can't I talk over the open of the record?
No, we don't talk over music, but I'll let you do it.
Why not?
I'll let you do it. We'll break the rules, okay? And I'll let you do the talk-up.
I think that somebody in this market, I don't want to mention Ricky's name, would be depressed to hear what you're doing.
Okay, we'll break the rules for Neil Rogers. No, I want you to try to do the talk-up on this record.
But you can't do a talk-up on this record.
You can't.
Well...
You want to try?
Ricky could do it.
Here it is. I'll do Zeta 4, 94.9, and you just do the talk-up, all right? Zeta Connection on Zeta 4, 94.9.
From the British Rubber Soul LP.
Very good.
From the British Rubber Soul LP. See, those are the kinds of things you're supposed to say.
I see.
On the
FM.
chic, hip FM stations. On AM, nobody cares. People who listen to AM can't afford the British Rubber Soul LP, and I wonder why it is that Capitol Records in America didn't put that cut on.
I know.
And what was the other cut that wasn't on there? There was one other one.
I don't remember.
Well?
Rubber Soul, Beatles, that's a long time ago.
Was it Run for Your Life?
Could have been.
Could be.
Easy could be.
Well, we'll find out. Somebody will call. Somebody will call and tell us. I'm curious about one thing on this show you do on Sunday.
Yeah.
How come you never give the time?
Well, we can do that. Well, because it runs twice. That's why I can't give the time.
What do you mean, the show runs twice?
Yeah.
Boy, these sound so good. You know what?
Yeah.
When we start broadcasting out of this studio, it's going to be so good. It's going to be incredible.
Now, you are going to have to do the talk-up on the next cut that you picked out. This required.
Well, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Is that the one with Phoenix, what's his name?
River Phoenix.
Phoenix in the River?
It's the next one we're going to play. These are all personally picked by Neil Rogers, specifically for talk-ups. And I really...
No, they weren't picked for talk-ups. They were picked for quality music.
Right.
And if I were picking the music that's on his show every week, it would be sensational. You'd be number one half. You would. You'd put that damn Ricky to, to sleep.
You mean James Hummel?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Wolfman Jack and all of those other people.
I want to talk to you briefly.
By the way, before you go on, I hate to interrupt you, but since you're so good at it on my show, I'm curious about one thing. Why is it that Wolfman Jack is on one FM station in town on the weekend, right? We don't want to mention which one. Do we? No, not on the FM.
No way.
On the AM, we can afford it,
right.
But on the FM, they don't want to do it.
It's a competitor.
Okay. But he's also doing promos for, what's his name, from Buffalo, the guy who's only 20 years old.
Oh, yeah.
The Prodigy.
I love those promos, too, because they're cut off, because they were made at another station.
Hi, I'm Wolfman Jack, and I just love...
And they just, he says the name, and then they
Joey
just...
Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he's the best disc jockey in America.
I know. I love him. Hi, this is Yoko Ono, and you're listening to Joey Reynolds. It's great.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. I want
on WFIL in Philadelphia.
That's what the rest of the tape says. I know.
But, listen, he doesn't have time to get all this stuff recut. By the way, a little later on in the show, we're going to be reading Joey's personal finances resume from the... I can't believe that. I just can't believe that showed up in the station. I also can't believe how good these mics sound on FM.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing how well we do on the AM show, and we don't have any equipment at all?
I know.
All the good equipment is back here being wasted in this part of the building. I'm telling you, man, have they got the equipment here in Zeta or what?
Sounds great. Now, as you do this talk-up, listen how good it sounds on the Zeta Connection.
1961. River Phoenix on Zeta 4, 94.9. The music of your life. Oh, whatever you do, stand by me.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me.
Little S&M on the radio there. Stand on me. Benny King on Zeta 94.9. Oh, boy.
Did you say Benny King?
I said Benny King. Did I have the right year, 1961? I hope.
Very close. If you're not, I don't know. It's not on the compact disc, the year.
What do you mean very close?
Well, if it's not 1961, it's very close.
Oh, like from 57 to about 66.
Let me see here.
Trust me, 1961.
I believe you.
Believe me.
And some wonderful pictures from the movie.
River Phoenix, there he is. Let me have that just a second. Oh, boy. How you doing, River? Boy, Boy, has he grown since this, huh?
Would you name...
Grown into a wonderful young man. He's probably selling ice cream in Broward County now under the name of something else.
Would you name a kid River?
I might name him Phoenix. Now, having played that, if we got a moment or two, and I'm not sure, I have no idea what this show is all about. And, of course, those few people who listen are also wondering.
We have all the time you want.
I bet. But we had a little unfinished business about 8 weeks ago on a Tuesday on the AM with a movie review that you were supposed to do as a former movie reviewer in town, and you never got around to it. We've been so damn busy, what with the Pope and, you know, Bob Gilbertson, all the other exciting things that have been going on in town, and we haven't had a chance to get the definitive movie review on Stand By Me. Now, I did see most of it on a sneak preview on one of the cable channels. It was horrendous. It was depressing. It was morbid. Maudlin, you loved it.
I loved it.
You love depression.
No, it's not that.
Would you like Bob Lassiter's home phone number? Now, see, that is meaningless on Zeta. I don't know why you brought me over here.
So is Bob Gilbertson.
Well,
no one
that's
knows
true.
what that means
Well, we
either.
may make him meaningful over here soon, but you never know.
True. You know, I wonder, I saw this movie while I was on vacation, and I know you saw a movie when you were on vacation in June, The Untouchables.
Oh, yeah.
And I wonder if when you're on...
Great movie.
When you're on vacation, if you don't enjoy movies that much more because you're relaxed, you're... No.
Because I saw Debbie Does Detroit when I was on vacation this last time. It was horrendous. It was terrible.
Were you in Detroit at the time?
As a matter of fact, yes. And it was worse than the weather.
Mm-hmm.
But getting back to Stand By Me, you've been evading the obvious for a long time, and you're doing it again now.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not at all. Not at all.
Are you going to get around to ever telling us what it is that enchanted you so much beside the River Phoenix's body?
It's a very...
You notice how he skipped by that, ladies and gentlemen. He just dances right on by.
Nothing to do with it.
Little boy, 12 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Too young.
Disgusting.
It's a very simple story.
For simple people, which is why you enjoyed it.
That's why I enjoyed it. It was so simple. It was so, it was great. I don't know, it just, they had the phrases that they used in the 50s, There were kids, they were like not even teenagers, and there were the teenagers in the neighborhood, and they used all the phrases they used in the 50s. They brought back a flood of memories.
Sure, like Happy Days. Very realistic.
Not at all like Happy Days.
Like that, like Fonzie. Everybody in the 50s was like the Fonz,
Well, I would
Fantasy, ridiculous.
I would highly recommend, if you haven't seen Stand By Me, that you rent it or watch it on cable.
I would say everybody in the 50s was more like the Beaver and Wally.
Oh, well, we'll get to that later in the show.
And all of the families were like that, like Hugh Beaumont. Dad never went to work.
Right. This was a little more realistic. It was a movie. It's made by Rob Reiner, the director, who makes good movies. He's a meathead.
That was how my family was. That's why I had to go out and get a job at an early age. Dad never went to work, and it was incredible. And my older brother used to beat me up all the time, and basically that was it. That was life in the 50s.
Yeah, just like Stand By Me.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
I loved it.
Let's go on to the next CD you have picked out.
More music?
Why not?
Well, let me ask you a stupid question.
Sure,
no, if you want to play the music, that's great, but I'm curious. What is the thrust? Oh, I shouldn't use that word. But what is the thrust of this show?
We talk about local things that have happened local.
Yeah, like Debbie Does Detroit. Yeah. That was local, and Stand By Me was very local.
I brought you in. I was going to talk to you about your impressions of the Pontiff's visit to this city. That's local. He certainly came to Miami this week, and that will get us off the hook. That will be our local commitment.
Well, I loved his dress. Oh, man, it was sensational. I wonder who his designer is. Do you have any ideas?
No.
Boy, he must be great. Whoever that designer is, he is sensational.
And how about the yarmulke he wears?
The red yarmulkes that everybody in town was wearing. Even the Hasidim were excited about that. It was unbelievable. Do you think there are any Hasidim who listen to Zeta?
Could be.
Zadie? If we would, I'm telling you, if we'd call it Zadie 94.9, man, there would be just such a run on the beach on this show. You have no idea. They'd be listening in their Sony Walkmans as they cross the street with all of that clothing and all of the it's just incredible.
Yeah, so you think they really enjoyed the Pontiff's visit?
No doubt.
That was who it was for, really?
No question about it.
Yeah.
Are you going to play Chicago, or are you just going to threaten to play it?
All right. You do the intro, all right?
No talk-ups.
Come on.
No talk-ups on these very difficult to talk-up songs, because the embarrassment level could be so great. And I haven't heard this record in about, 10 years at least.
Right before my very eyes, I thought that you were only faking it, and right before my heart was taking it, baby, what a big surprise, right before my very eyes. Oh,
Zeta Connection on Zeta 4, 94.9 with Chicago and Baby What a Big Surprise.
I lied, by the way. That song hasn't been out 10 years.
No. But just about.
Has it?
Sure.
No.
Mid-70s? They don't have any years.
Could be.
Yeah, I think mid-70s. No, it could have been late 70s.
Or it could have been early 80s. Or it could be that probably nobody cares, you know.
So we're breaking the format this week on the Zeta Connection to talk to our special guest, Neil Rogers, from our sister station, WINZ-AM, the #1 talk show host in South Florida. Correct? #1, the king, is here.
And it's a good time for the great taste.
And we're playing your favorite CDs. You
Wouldn't
picked all
it be
these
great
out.
if Noodles stopped in the show? That would be incredible.
We should have brought that card over and played it. But you do it so well.
I brought a little Wolfman in just in case he stops by. With more of those biting comments.
They are biting, aren't they?
Well, you know, he's become a superstar in his own right.
See, this is local. We're talking about local celebrities.
Of course, local radio. Why don't they talk more about local radio on Zeta?
That's what we're talking about this week.
Know what it's all about? Why don't they start ripping the competition?
Right. We've done that today. We ripped Joey, and now we're ripping Don
And
Agony.
you mentioned that Jimmy Hummel with a stupid cat.
That's right.
You mentioned him, too. I try to avoid that.
See, it's local.
Ricky, please don't blame me. I try to leave you out of this for once, but he can't control himself. There's no restraint.
He's not listening.
No. He would have been proud of my 2 talk-ups. They were a little tense, but you're running...
Yeah, you're new at this, and I'm running the board.
Yeah, I've only done this, for about 20 years, so it's kind of new to me.
Okay, so we want to hurry along because we want to get all your favorite cuts in that you picked out. So,
and right after this song, we're going to be talking to Howard Stern. It's going to be great.
Do the talk.
This song's probably for him. No more.
Get the call letters
Never
in.
press your luck on Zeta 94. And Jerry Brown were rolling around on the floor eating bean sprouts together years ago in California before she finally grew up and got out of that heavy scene. All those heavy scenes with Jerry Brown.
Right.
Only problem is she used to be in one corner of the room and Jerry was way off in another corner with a whole bunch of other people, but we won't get into that.
That's another story.
Wonder if Jack Kemp could have been there, do you think? Well, listen, getting close to presidential politics time,
Right.
Well, that song was for you, Joey, just in case you're listening.
Yeah, just in case. Our guest this week, Neil Rogers, it's silly. We're having a silly show this week.
As usual.
As usual. And we're playing some of Neil's favorites. We want to hurry up and get the next one because I love this.
Time is wasted.
We're running out of time.
Time is of the essence.
This is going to sound so good off compact disc.
I know, and especially just having gotten back from Detroit.
Yeah.
And Debbie does Detroit.
Oh, boy. You can relate to this. And
Wanda does Woodward Avenue. It was great.
And we're going to let you do the talk-up.
Tina does Telegraph Road.
We're going to break the rules and let you do the talk-up to this classic.
No chance. Listen to how loud he's got the music. How could anybody do a talk-up with the music just blasting wide?
Music.
Zeta Connection on Zeta 4, 94.9.
I can just see him now, dancing on West Grand Boulevard, hand in hand. Boy, what a scene, huh?
Martha Reeves and the Vandellas.
And Barry Gordy and all of my good friends.
Yeah.
Dick Purton and
all those Detroit folks.
all those people from Keener 13 in Detroit.
Yeah.
And Joey Pinto, who used to work at WXYZ when they were number 10. It was great. Want to apologize, by the way. We didn't get any Rolling Stones or CCR on, and I picked all the music, so I take full blame.
Neil Rogers has been our guest this week on the Zeta Connection.
Bye,
Thanks.
Wally. Bye, Beaver. Bye, Mr. Cleaver.
I played this theme just for you.
Oh, I love it. My favorite.
Thanks for dropping by and doing whatever we did for the last half hour.
Take your clothes off, Wally. Come on, I dare you. Just one time for America. Come on.
Not a lot of content, but we had a good time this week.
It was wonderful.
And remember our motto here on the Zeta Connection.
When in question or in doubt, run in circles, scream and shout.
See you next time.
Thank you.